So the first thing you need to know about singing for 4 hours a day is it isn't easy. It's a feat of endurance, much like the marathon or an Ironman triathlon. And just like those activities, you need to train up for it. Where we're heading today, I haven't been to for a hot minute. Like maybe since the summer? A while anyway.
Good morning everyone, my name's Sarah, I'm your board supervisor. Welcome aboard our summer service to all my...
Oh, basically you're gonna film me as well, making my poems.
Do you want to be in it?
Oh yeah, certainly.
It's my YouTube channel.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Basically, because I've seen you around quite a few places.
Have you? Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, you've been busking singing.
Oh, nice. All right, nice to meet you, dude.
Thank you, Ben.
I'll see you soon. No matter what happens, every time I get the camera out, someone starts talking to me. Right, on with this video.
Doors closed.
You know, they say good things come to those who wait. But I'd rephrase that. Although patience is definitely a factor here,
Overbridge level.
I'd rephrase it to good things come to those who work for it. You're gonna need to put in the work if you want to be a full-time busker and you want to sing for 4 hours a day. You know, I said it before in a video not too long ago, but I think the secret formula to anything, whether that's becoming a full-time busker, singing for 4 hours a day, or, I don't know, making a YouTube channel or writing an album, the secret formula, the magic formula, is patience plus persistence plus consistency. Let's break that down on how it works for singing for 4 hours a day. Oh, there's another busker here. Oh, it's Stu. Let's go talk to Stu. How's it going?
Ben,
yes.
the post.
Yes. I thought it was you. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Oh, Ben,
I
I'm
appreciate
so sorry.
you've written it
I was
out.
here for you, man.
No, don't worry about it. It's cool.
So I'm gonna write a book.
Oh, really?
You've inspired me, mate.
Oh, yes.
You've inspired
That's
me to
awesome.
write a book.
All
And
right.
I really want to write a book.
Dude, you
Really
should.
inspired me.
I really,
Inspired me.
I can't tell you enough how much you've got to do it. Ah, Stu's in the main spot. That's all right. I love that guy. What a rad dude. Gonna write a book. Stu, if you're watching, you've got to write that book. You've got to write your book about your busking adventures, man. I will promote everything I can for you, because you're a legend. Right, now I've got the decision of what to do. Do I hang about? Let's go for a little wander. This is a great time to talk about patience. The thing with full-time busking and singing for 4 hours a day is you've got to remember you shouldn't be running before you've learned to walk. Now everyone's going to be in different stages when they start their busking journey. You might have a long experience of performing. I certainly did when I first started busking full-time. I'd played in a band for 8 years and I'd done lots of tours. So I was experienced in performing on a regular basis, but not for that kind of time. And to begin with, I wasn't busking for 4 hours a day. I was busking for 1 hour, and then eventually 2 hours, and eventually 3 hours, and worked my way up to 4. So that's the first thing you've got to know. You've got to be patient. Don't push it too hard too quick. And I've got to be patient right now if I'm going to wait for that spot. Hastings. Let's check out the old town. See if it's worth staying up there for a bit. Old Town Hastings is like something out of Harry Potter. It's like seaside Diagon Alley. It's looking kind of busy. Maybe it could be worth busking here. In true meaning to the word, I'm going to be patient, not rush into playing anywhere, because that's what's required of the busker. Patience. All right there, mate. So I've walked all the way up to the pier, about a mile from where I was stood in Old Town. Not too bad, getting the steps in anyway. I have played here once before on the video I did about my new busking gear. And it actually wasn't so bad, so maybe I could set up here for an hour or two. I do really enjoy busking with a view. Do you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna set up here. I think what I was saying before about being patient in your singing journey, building up to 4 hours a day, 5 hours a day. You want to establish where you are in terms of your ability of vocals. Because busking is going to increase your ability. It's going to make you a better singer, just simply because you're putting in the reps. You just got to start slowly, but you've got to start. Thinking about starting isn't going to be cutting it, all right? You got to start. Long video so far with no busking. Let's change that.
So what's your schedule here then, boss? Oh, sorry, you're doing that. Well done.
That's what I'm going to do. Just
Well
play a
done,
little
mate.
music.
Well done.
Nice one, man. You too. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'd put a pound in there. What kind of songs do you sing?
Anything from country to Green Day.
Sunday morning when she woke up fighting mad. It's in the morning, on and on about the time I had. Oh Lord, when it rains and pours. When it rains it pours, yeah.
Very nice, lovely, lovely. Is that your own song? It's just, what's your name?
Ben.
Lovely to meet you, Ben. Tom. Lovely to meet you, Ben.
You too, Tom.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy your day.
Thank you, thank you.
Remember when we went to Belgium first? Just another gear in my 5-seater, oh man.
When it comes to singing specifically for 4 hours a day, one thing you can do to help is always start with some songs that are slightly lower down in key to help warm it up.
Like some running out of fuel, oh man. We had some naked world, oh no. It seems that something said to me I'm in TV, and I'm trying to keep it in my head instead of going under, 'cause I'm in TV, and I'm trying to keep it in my head instead of going under, yeah.
I think that leads us nicely onto part 2 of this video. Act 2. Persistence. If you want to be a busker, then you better grow some thick skin, because persistence is what you need. And today's been a great example, because I could have given up and gone home, but I didn't. I stuck around, and so far it's paying off. You know what? Quieter areas aren't necessarily worse than busier areas. This is going so well.
She take Colorado if he take away. Closes the door before a winter that's cold in.
Dang, I can't help but be super grateful for life. Like, this is how I'm spending my day. Yeah, so persistence. You're gonna have to persist through a lot as a busker, and if you want to learn to sing for 4 hours a day, then you're gonna have to persist through a lot too. Like, there is nothing more frustrating when you're issued a setback. Something happens in life that means you have to either stop for a bit, you know, you get a throat infection, you damage your vocal cord a little bit, you get a cold, it means you have to stop singing, you stop busking for a bit. Or maybe it's just a family or personal event that means you have to stop for a bit.
At a truck stop down just outside of Lincoln.
I think it's easy in those moments to sort of lose your momentum and like feel like you just want to pack it all in. But you have to persist. Part of the magic formula, man. When it comes to building a resilient singing voice, dang man, you've got to persist through some stuff. So what can you do about that? How can you make persisting easier? Let me tell you.
But I'm stuck in cold weather. Maybe tomorrow. Kenny Rogers what? Okay, I'll have to learn it. I don't know it.
And the first thing you can do to prevent any setbacks, to prevent any demotivation, is look after your health. Like physical health, it plays a huge role in life, but it plays a huge role for full-time buskers and those that want to sing for 4+ hours a day. You know, get good sleep, exercise a bit, good diet, make sure you're drinking your tea. I try to have daily ginger now. Either a ginger tea or I put ginger in something I'm eating. That's something I'm doing for this year, 2024. You know, you've got to look after your physical body. This is a physical feat after all. Like I said, it's an endurance task as much as anything else.
She said you're a man. You ain't ever gonna change. You got a gypsy soul to blame. It was born believing. It was born believing. No.
Another thing that comes under that health category is personal hygiene too. Last year I got sick more than I've ever got sick before. I got sick like 5 times. And I've gone years, stretches of years, without getting sick. And then last year for some reason just hit me hard. So I've been trying to keep up my personal hygiene. I think I interact with a lot more people than I ever did before. Now I'm a full-time busker. And what with the pandemic being over and more people being outside, I think that probably contributed to it. But personal hygiene. Look after yourselves, man.
No, I want to see you again when I'm stuck in cold weather.
The second component is to rest. I find if I go like 3 or 4 days in a row of busking, singing like 4 hours a day, I have to take at least 1 or 2 days off. And on those days off, I try not to do any singing. I even try not to talk too much, which my partner thinks is wonderful, because I love talking.
Was born for this.
It's like a sport, man. You're like an athlete. You're a busking athlete. And just like athletes, you need your rest days.
Close my eyes, I see you. No matter where I am, I can smell your perfume through these whispering pines. I'm with your ghost again.
And just like the fact that you have to rest, oh, listen to my voice here. When you go long stretches without busking and singing, I always make sure I practice like the day before I go out again. So say I had to like have a week off because I got sick. Once I'm better, the day before I go out, I always do a half an hour vocal warm up, or maybe the 2 days prior before going out, just to ease myself back in. I think that's really important, you know. Don't just go full throttle all the way in. Ease yourself back in. So that's how you deal with the physical things when you need to persist. But how do you deal with all the mental things? That's pesky self-doubt. Well, no worries, I made a whole video on it, so you can go and watch that if you want. But it's all about knowing why you're doing this. Giving yourself a why that's bigger than you, bigger than your own individual needs. You share your music to the people of the street because they need it as much as you need to do it.
So take the photographs, still frames in your mind.
One thing that you have to know with persistence is knowing when to persist and knowing when not to. And sometimes I think on the really slow days, maybe it's better not to persist too hard and save yourself for the really good days. The trouble with me is on the really good days, they go so well that I'm like, I finish like 2 rounds of the set and maybe a few more, and I'm like, well, I'm done and I feel great, so I'm gonna go home. Maybe I should push a bit harder on those days to make up for the slower days. I've had a string of insanely good busks lately, and this is definitely gonna be on the lower side for donations because look. relying on a very few people that walk past to give me donations. But like I said, there's a string of songs there, like maybe about 7 songs where there was a donation in every single one. Just goes to show you, you're not wasting your time if you're playing in a quiet spot.
It's something unpredictable, but in the end it's right. I hope you have the time of your life.
Well, I wasn't expecting to stay here till quite this time, but I did. 4 hours in this spot. It's now 3:45 p.m. Look at this sunset. I really hope I've made above £50. If I've made above £50, I'll be cool. Let's count some coins. Persistence, persistence, persistence. That was not too bad. For a very quiet spot, I made £71.83. 4 hours of playing. I mean, I've been making like double that recently, but that spot was dead. There was no one there, so I'm not gonna complain at that. Right, let's continue our talk about how to be a full-time busker, the secret formula to sing in 4 hours a day. Hang on a minute, look at this sunset. That's fantastic, man. What a beautiful thing. I mean, that as far as vibe goes, that spot there is incredible. Just looking at the sea and having a great time. Right, let's get to the station. Well, it's been a good 6 months, Hastings, but I'm glad I'm back. That was a very pleasant busk with a great view. I think you get the idea about the persistence that you need in order to be a busker, in order to sing for 4 hours a day. So we will continue this conversation tomorrow. Well, we'll move to Act 3, which is all about consistency. So I'll see you tomorrow, which is actually the next shot for you. See you tomorrow. From one seafront to another. Welcome to Brighton, where we will be continuing our chat about consistency. Got down here nice and early. It's still relatively quiet, but as we know from yesterday, quiet isn't necessarily a bad thing. Look at these dogs. Loving life. It's a very particular spot, the seafront of any town, I think. You're not getting people going out shopping on a seafront. You're getting people out on a nice stroll. It's very nostalgic for me because it's where I did my first ever busks. Right here, where I'm stood. And they, of course, were the busks where I'd only come for an hour, back before I could survive a 4-hour stint. I'd come down here, maybe do an hour, and then after about a month, I started to do 2 hours. And then after about 3 or 4 months, that's when I started to stick it out for 3 or 4 hours. I once did a 7-hour busk down here and got told off by a shopkeeper. Well, they asked me to move anyway.
I like to think that I write these songs for a reason.
We sort of veered off the subject of this video, but I don't think that matters, do you? I think you get the idea. You just got to be consistent. Come out as much as you possibly can on a regular basis.
The road ahead splits up into no decision. What can I do now? I'm 2 steps from my crossroads, and I'm an alien, surrounded by a robotic behavior.
So we finally found the Busker Master August Ranger project for the first time.
2 steps from my crossroads, no. 2 steps from a crossroad.
Okay, I'm going to play a new song. I've only played it once through before, and I don't know all the lyrics, so don't judge. We're going to try it though, why not? Today has been a weird busk. I haven't really felt like my normal energy. I've been a bit tired, I think. And this happens. It's part of the game. All part of it. I've sort of lost track of this video too, but I hope you don't mind.
Somebody once told me the world was gonna roll me. Ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kinda dumb with a finger and a thumb. Shake with an L on the floor. Well, we stop coming, we don't stop coming. Before staring at the ground, it makes sense that the left was
Lovely. Oh man, I don't know what's going on. I feel like I've just completely depleted myself of energy, to be fair. But it was a good total, to be fair. Reasonable for the 4 hours we put in. 4 hours busking came to £77 and something p. I don't actually know. £77 and 63p. There you go. Right. Consistency. Maintenance tasks. Things you have to do on a consistent basis in order to do them. Some of the best things in life, all of the best things in life, I would argue, are maintenance tasks. You can't just do them and then they're complete. You have to constantly keep them on upkeep. Health and fitness is one of these things. It's not like you can do one run and suddenly you're healthy. You have to keep going on runs. It's not like you can go to the gym once and suddenly you're jacked. You have to keep going to the gym. Meditation is the same. You have to keep up a practice in order for it to really take effect. And busking, singing, getting good at an instrument, songwriting, creativity, all of it. They're all maintenance tasks, man. And they're the best things in life. They really are. Other than incredible views. You don't need to maintain anything for an incredible view. It's probably about time I put down this camera and maybe have like a nap and some food or something, because I am feeling depleted, which is a side effect of doing this 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. Part of the game. Anyway, I'll let future me round off this video. Hopefully I'm a bit more together by that point.
and all that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello, future me in the flesh. You join me somewhere that isn't Brighton, somewhere that you will find out in a future video, so stay tuned for that. Yes, patience plus persistence plus consistency equals magic. I genuinely think this formula can be used for anything in life, whether that's busking, singing for 4 hours a day, whether it's traveling to places to busk, whether it's nothing to do with music whatsoever, maybe it's a business pursuit, anything and everything. And it's a formula that I like to live by anyway. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's a sort of weird concept that I kind of made up on the fly. Didn't do much planning for this one. Something in 2024 I think that I'm gonna do moving forward is not plan too much in terms of videos, because I found that it's the spontaneous kind of beautiful realizations and the moments that make the videos what they are. It's those random interactions with strangers that I didn't plan for, and it's those epiphanies that I have as I'm playing on the street. They're the things that I think that are so valuable to show and put in these videos. So if you're down with that, then let me know in the comments. Of course I'll do some planned videos here and there, but I honestly think that it's those moments that really matter. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, then give it a like. If you're new around here, then press subscribe. If you're a true fan, put the notifications on. If you'd like to leave me an online donation, use the super thanks button. And if you've got a bit more than just some petty cash lying around, then perhaps sign up to my Patreon, where I post exclusive content like behind the scene vlogs Something I'm trying to do is do a behind the scene vlog for every single YouTube video that I put out. So the one for this week will be up at the end of this week probably. I am August Radio Project. I make videos, they come up every Monday. And in the meantime, enjoy yourselves. Live for those spontaneous, beautiful moments. But remember, patience plus persistence plus consistency. Peace, love, happiness. See you on the other side.